Hello, welcome. I don't know why, but it was not wanting to go live. So we're a minute late, it would seem. And with a delay, I think it would be like maybe 1.5 minutes late. But here we are. How are you? Welcome. It's Wednesday. And welcome to the crochet. Show your whip. No, show your whip. Show your whips. YouTube live. My name is Jalene. And yes, we are showing whips and we're talking about crochet and knit and crafts and all the lovely things. How are you doing? How is midweek treating you? We have load shedding currently. So if you hear the, what do you call it, the generator in the background, I don't know if you can hear it. Otherwise, we would not be able to do this live. And I had made a chai latte, which is like coming from, you know, those sachets from a box. I'm still making up my mind and think, do I like this or do I not like this? It's not bad, but I think it needs some more milky substance. Alrighty. If you watch, let us know where you're watching from. What are you knitting or crocheting or crafting on? I am currently busy with my shift cowl. If you don't know, I'm running currently or hosting currently a knit along called Let's Shift, where we are doing the shift patterns from Andrea Mowry. And so, yeah, for the first time this week, I'm actually currently working on this project. My current work, wait, hold on, let me see. How many stitches do I have to have left? 3. Okay. And yeah, there we go. I actually just prior to the live had a finished object. I knitted Charlotte, our border collie, a coat, jacket for winter. So I made that. And I just finished that. So if remind me before the end of the live, then I will show you the finished object. But this is currently my shift towel that I'm busy with. Loving the process. It's a lot of fun. Very meditative knitting. Love this. I've been wanting to do this for years and years. Sorry, I'm walking down my road because otherwise I'm not gonna remember. Well, that's not really difficult. It's very easy to remember where you are, but I'm walking down my road. It's just a habit, you know? Yes. So let me know how you are. I would love for you to talk to me. All right, this is an easy row. It's easy knitting up until the end, basically, for the most part, I think. Yes. How's your week been? This week has been going so quick. It's crazy. And yeah, it's the temperatures in Bloemfontein is actually really, really, really nice. Edith says, "Hi, your shift like baie mooi." Dankie, Edith. She says my shift looks beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Um, I'm really, really enjoying the shift. It might become one of those patterns like the vertices unite, where I want to just like do more and more because it's such a versatile pattern. You can do so many colors and not one piece will look the same, you know? So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this knit. So now that I have completed Charlotte's jacket, which I just started casting on last week and decided that it needs to get done ASAP because it's cold. That was priority. So now I can focus again on my shift cowl, which I love. And yeah, so that is now basically my main focus for the rest of the week is just to enjoy the shift, the cowl. All right, Rosemary. Hi, Jalene and all the peeps. Your shift is beautiful. Thank you, Rosemary. I love your colors. Thank you. I love them too. Hi, Susanna. She says, hello, Jalene. I'm hand carding. Oh, some gorgeous alpaca fleece that I washed and prepped a few months ago. Oh, that is special. How is alpaca fleece? Is it really long strands of fiber? What do they call it? Not fiber, they call it something else. It's so soft, she says. The fleece came from Esmeralda as her name. Oh, that is so nice. I love that there's a name coupled to the fiber. That is quite special. That is lovely. Is it brown? What type of color is the fleece? And now you're going to spin it up and then you can make yourself something beautiful. I think that's quite nice. That is awesome. I need to turn my phone over so that it doesn't distract me. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking at this phone the whole time. Yeah, so we have load shedding currently in South Africa again in the evenings, I think from 5 to 10 o'clock. So luckily not through the day, but now in evening time when we are, and that is your schedule for your area. So I think it was last night, tonight, and tomorrow night there's load shedding. So hopefully this power system will be sorted out and then we don't have load shedding for the rest of the week. But yeah, so we have load shedding, which makes it difficult to plan your evening. Okay, we have a generator and there's people with, solar lights and inverters and all those type of things. But even with a generator, we don't want to run heavy appliances that consume a lot of electricity because then the generator will just suffer. And so making food and whatever, we need to plan that accordingly. But we also have a gas stove, which we do utilize. So it's not the end of the world, but you have to think about how you plan and organize your evenings to let things run smoothly in the house. So yeah, the story of our lives. Hi, Christine. She says, hello, everyone. Hello, Rosemary. She says, oh, Rosemary was already greeted. She says, how is Charlotte? Charlotte is doing so well. The wound on her hip is basically healed fully. And her energy levels is quite good. So we started giving her bone marrow, like from bone marrows from beef bones or whatever the case might be, with every meal. So it seems like that is giving her some more energy, but yeah, she's doing really well. She's doing so much better than Easter weekend. I mean, we are so grateful. And she is loving her new jacket. I will, like I said, remind me before the end of the live. Then I will show you the pic of Charlotte wearing her jacket. I literally finished the last ribbing tonight, worked away the ends, and then immediately popped it on her. And, she thinks she's so pretty when she's wearing her coat, because even with the one that I crocheted for her last year, she still loves that one as well. But that one is actually more exposed. Her body is not as fully covered. And I love the pattern I got for this one. Wait, hold on. I just want to quickly see what I need to do because I need to do an increase here. There we go. Done that. Okay. So the pattern I got to do the jacket is really brilliant. I'm so impressed. Okay, so Rosemary said they all have different staple lengths. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Susanna. She says hers is about 65 millimeters. So I'll probably spin it with a wool that I'm prepping. Esmeralda is a white alpaca. Oh, that is so special. Have you seen that Instagram reel about this lady that does have alpacas and I think even llamas, and then also Angora rabbits? Then she harvests the fiber from the Angora rabbits, and then she spins them, spins the fiber, and then make beautiful garments. I just love that. That is so cool. Hello, Suzette. Maggie says, hi Jalene, my volgende shawl wat ek gaan maak is 'n starfluik na die maak van nog 4 pare kouse en my 2 tops. So the next shawl that she's going to make is starfluik. It's a Stephen West pattern. After she's done with 4 pairs of socks and 2 tops. That is awesome, Maggie. Vima's Crochet. Hi, Vima. How are you doing? Rosemary says, that sounds wonderful, Susanna. Yeah, that's quite special to be able to work with alpaca fleece, spin it up, you know. Like she said, she's going to spin it with some wool, which I think is a great idea. But how special. That is quite special. Yeah, so yeah, no, Charlotte is doing really, really well. And I think she gets away with a lot more things, being really spoiled, but that's okay. She brings us a lot of joy and we love her to bits. Oh my goodness, what an amazing dog. And yeah, so I'm happy that she loves her new coat as well. So that was, I'm quite chuffed with myself. And you know, I was thinking, I used, remember the felt fibers Advent yarn I had last year? It was 25 days where there was 24 days of minis with actually 25 grams of yarn per mini, I think, which is quite substantial. And then day 25 was 100 grams kind of yarn. And I made actually the shawl that you see here, the hidden gems shawl. It's a knitted pattern. I made with that Advent, but what I did was I think I did half of a 25 grams and then I hold it with a lace, merino lace weight yarn. So I created this shawl. So I did the same exact thing. I used the leftover starting from this side. You can see there's some red over there. My finger doesn't feel so funny. Over there, the starting point of the Advent was this side, going towards the green and the purple on this side. So again, I used this yarn from the red, hold it with a merino lace weight yarn, and then I knitted Charlotte her body jacket, her doggy jacket. And I would say, I think the yarn is up until probably this color, past this pink apricot color. This is all still left. So yeah, I was able to do 2 items basically, and I still have yarn left from the Advent. So sometimes having an Advent can be really beneficial, you know, because you can use it in so many things over and over again. Okay. How are you, Vima asks? I am very well. I have not been feeling well today, actually. I'm a little bit under the weather. I'm struggling with a nerve. In actual fact, after many testing for months now, where we thought I was hospitalized in January, then I was struggling with this pain. We thought, okay, let's start excluding possibility issues. So we went to the gynecologist, no problems in that region. We went for a colonoscopy, no problems in that area. Then I was at the urologist. In actual fact, I did end up with a procedure because there was something small wrong. And we did the procedure and my pain persisted. And then we found out I'm having an issue with my nerve in my pelvic region. And to be honest with you, last night, I think 2 o'clock, I had a nerve attack. That's the only way that I can explain it again. So it's severe pain. Um, yeah, I don't know what is up with my nerve system. Why is the specific nerve in my pelvic region giving me problems? But I'm also seeing a chiropractor tomorrow. So, other than the pain that I was experiencing in the early hours of the morning, fighting that off, and honestly, my body struggles to, it takes my body about 2 days to recuperate after such a painful attack. So, yeah, today I took things really slow. So, joyful, joyful. It's unbelievable how you need your nerves, but that a nerve can give you so much pain and trouble. So, but tomorrow I'm seeing the chiropractor and hopefully placing my system, my whole body into balance again. It would take a few sessions, but hopefully we, both myself and my doctor, my GP, general practitioner, hopes that that would bring me some long-term relief, because otherwise we will have to look at other possibilities. But I'm also on a 4-month hectic medicine schedule to assist with my nerve. So yeah, other than the pain of this morning, it's going well, Vima. To answer it's a very long answer to your question, but it's going well. Rosemary says, I'm so glad to hear the wonderful news about Charlotte. Yeah, thank you, Rosemary. Yeah, it was a few difficult weeks when she was so ill, and we got her, diagnosis about her cancer, but she's doing really well. And I think we are very hopeful that we have more time than we think. So, yeah, we are very grateful that we still have her and that she's doing well. Rosemary says, wow, that's amazing, Ellie. Yeah, so yeah, this week is I was thinking this afternoon when I was driving home, how quick the days are going. Honestly, on Sunday night, I was thinking, oh my goodness, there's such a long week ahead of me, of us. And now we are basically going towards a weekend again. It's just unbelievable how time goes by. And honestly, it's month. It's now almost, it's what day is it? It's the 14th, right? Yes, it's almost half of May, halfway into May. Then it's going to be June. We're basically halfway into the year. And I always tell you that next week is going to be Christmas. And honestly, it is like that, where it's going to be Christmas very, very soon. So, yeah. The one thing I can tell you though is I used to be a winter lover. Like, summer is not my thing. I used to love winter because I was able to put on so many layers of clothes. Whereas with summer, you can only undress up until a certain point, and then it becomes like questionable if you want to remove certain pieces of your clothing. If you're not at home, right? So, but these days, I think it's like I turned, something changed, because for the past 2 summers, I really enjoyed summer. And I know I complained. I know I complained like in February, like I'm over it. But winter has not even started, and I'm like, yo, I I don't know if I'm built for the cold anymore. Like this year, this time around, I need to, we've never, ever, ever used an electric blanket. So I don't know if this is a thing overseas or in other countries, but we've got electric blankets that you put on the electric blanket, then it heats up your bed, and then you put it off prior to getting into your bed. So at least then you get into a warm, snuggly bed, right? I've never had an electric blanket. Since we got married, we're married now 21 years, and we never, ever, ever um, had a need for that. Well, when we moved to Bloemfontein, which is central South Africa, it's really, we've got cold winters. But even still, I've never thought about getting one. This year, I'm really thinking about getting an electric blanket. And I think it's going to happen because getting into a cold bed, oh no. And we've got winter blankets, like brushed sheets and whatever for winter. You have to have that in central South Africa. But I think we need an electric blanket. Maybe it's just because we're getting older as well. I don't know, but it's cold. Miranda says, Jalene, get well soon. I hope the chiropractor can help. Thank you, Miranda. I really have an amazing chiropractor. And it's so funny because I've been so suspicious of chiropractors my whole life. Like I thought this is like there's no science, which doesn't really make sense, but like I just didn't trust chiropractors. And then last year, well, actually the year prior, I started having issues with my hip. Right, I would have this painful hip for like months, 4 or 5 months. I walked with a sore hip. It was so sore that I could not even sleep on the side of this hip, on my left hip. And my one friend, Anal, said to me, please go to this woman, this doctor. She's amazing. And the chiropractor I'm going to is not one of those doctors that pull you and then you like overall, right? She's got this activator method where she's like having it's looking like a pen, putting a force onto specific spots in your bones. And I was telling her like this is like magic because after a few sessions I had no pain, and so so yeah, I've been so excited for my appointment tomorrow. I had to wait a few weeks to be able to get one, and I am so excited to see her tomorrow because I know it's going to make a difference. I really just know that. So yeah, I have a new respect for chiropractors because, yeah, I think they're doing good work. Rosemary says, I love my electric blanket. Won't the heat from the electric blanket help for your nerve pain? That is such a great idea. Rosemary, I've never even thought about that. I think it might help because last night, and I wonder though, because I had my last attack last week, and maybe the cold is making a difference in the amount of times I'm having this nerve attacks. You're making me think I really need to go get an electric blanket, I think. Because, yeah, 2 o'clock this morning, it was not great at all. So I think you have a point there. I think it might help actually to have some heat for the nerve pain. Why did I not think about that? That's a great tip. Thanks, Rosemary. Yep, so I realized that you should probably not judge people or chiropractors or services, specific medical professions, if you have not given them a go. And so yeah, chiropractors, I am really impressed. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to my appointment tomorrow with the doctor. And I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted. But I am very hopeful to see her. Yeah, it will, says Rosemary. Yeah, so I was thinking, I don't even know where to go. Probably like a Clicks or like a Pick and Pay will have electric blankets, right? I must really do some homework, and I think I need to go buy myself an electric blanket for our bed. Honestly, I think it's really needed. For it will make a difference. I think the cats will like it too, right? Yeah. In fact, I think I must get one just for them to sleep on, because in the wintertime they're coming to lay on us, which is not helpful. This morning, 2 o'clock, when Katie wanted to come lay on me, I was so irritated with her because I was like, there's no way that you can now come and put weight on my body. I'm in so much pain. Please just get off. So maybe I must get a blanket for them as well and put it on so that they can go sleep there and not on us. I think that will make a difference. I wonder if you get an electric blanket for pets, but they will probably charge you a lot of money just because a single bed blanket will do for the cats, I think. Oh my goodness. And just imagine next time I'll have to buy one for Charlotte as well. I got one at the Pick and Pay Hyper, and I will get one, and you will get one at Clicks. Okay, cool. Have you got a hot water bottle? Yes, yes. And one of those bags, you know those bags with material where you put in like seeds, what's those what's the words? It's like, it can't come to me, where you put the whole bag in the microwave, heat it up. A bag of wheat. Is it wheat? I have a few bags of those as well. That's very helpful, in fact. But I think I'm going to do the hot water bottle for the night, just to make sure that I have a calmer night than last night, because I want to at least sleep properly. It's difficult to operate through the day if you have not had sufficient sleep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's difficult to be properly productive at work when you haven't had sufficient sleep. Okay, wait. Now I must do this color again. Let me just put myself in a good position here. There we go. This is such a great knit. Really, really enjoy this. And I'm already looking forward to the June make along, which is a crochet and a knit along called Colorwork Beanie. What? Colorwork Beanie. Colorwork Beanie make along, I think. So I'm truly looking forward to that. I think it's going to be also a lot of fun. I have already decided on my pattern, so I will be knitting a beanie. I've also looked at some colorwork crochet beanies, which maybe we must discuss that. Don't you think? I think we can discuss that. Ida says yes, a beanbag. Yeah, yes, a beanbag that you heat up in the microwave. Use that tonight. I will do that, Rosemary. I will definitely do that. Suzette says, Jalene, here is a variety of electric blankets. Some of them has controls on both sides of the blanket. Yeah, I think I will have to have one like that so that both myself and my husband can have our own controls. I would probably get, he's very cold, so he would probably like need his side to be on longer or something like that. I quickly warm up very quickly. So yeah, I think different side controls might actually work the best for us. Rosemary says it was terrible. The Cairo gave me Norflex and something else. Okay, so Rosemary has some experience. All right. Yeah, the amount of medicine I have now, Rosemary, for pain, it's actually, I've got strong medicine. It's actually weird that I had an attack in the early hours of the morning because I had 2 strong pain medications or strong medications that I took before I slept. before I went to bed, that I need to take at night, every night, as part of the 4-month, I don't know, medication plan for this pudendal nerve. And I was shocked that I was woken with pain, to be honest. So Norflix, I got also something else during the day that helps with spasms. Yippee for June colorwork beanie. Yes. Okay, so let me tell you about. Okay, wait. Hold on. Let me just quickly put my needle stoppers on so that I don't miss a stitch or a stitch doesn't fall down. I want to show. I wonder now if that's gonna work. Okay, let me show you Charlie. Show you Charlie. And then I wonder if my photos will actually have some of the screenshots I took of some of the color work. There is Charlie with her new coat. What do you think? She's strutting her stuff. I think when I do another one, I would now know certain things more. I didn't really, when I measured her body as per the pattern, I gave a lot of ease myself, which I should have read the pattern prior, and they gave ease. So the part from the ribbing where on her neck towards her leg is actually too big. But nevertheless, it's fitting her well. I think she's enjoying it. I had to do some decreases, which you can't see there. On her chest, it was actually too big, like way too big. And so yeah, she loves it. So as long as it will bring her joy, and I want to just look if I can see, if I can show you the screenshots I took, but I think this is not screenshots. All right, I can show you screenshots. Okay, so I went and looked for, okay, so let me just quickly share this. See if this comments. Rosemary says, sorry, part of the message didn't go through. I had sciatica in my right hip and went down my right leg. Oh my word, it's terrible. It was terrible, she says. I can just imagine Rosemary. Rosemary says, oh, Jalene, that is a beautiful coat. Miranda says, she looks beautiful. Thank you. All right, so here is some colorwork beanies for crochet. This is the diamond granny stitch crochet hat. Now, how do I, okay, like, give me a, aha, okay, cool. I can actually switch here. This is the Autumn Breezes hat by Marley Bird. This is $8, but this pattern is also actually for free. I believe probably on her website or something like that. There is also a beautiful hat. It's a Misa hat and scarf by Tony Lipsy. We love Tony Lipsy. And I believe the free version is also available on her website. Otherwise, you can buy it for $7.5. Then look at this beautiful. I didn't now took screenshots of every beanie and the cost of the pattern and what. So it was just quick ideas. The La Resilience beanie by Jessica. That's also pretty. Look at this, the Houndstooth crochet beanie by Brianna. Okay, I think this is also like a free pattern on her website. The Willowgate beanie, look at that. It's also pretty. And then the crochet strawberry beanie hat. That looks so pretty. This is so pretty. The sunflower beanie hat. Look at that. And then Diamond Peaks by Rosalie. Alpine Snowscape by Nonna Davenport. This is all crochet. Valentine Heart cat ear beanie. That's cute, right? And then our own South African designer, Hidden Diamonds by Jalene Conradi. So some color work beanies, crochet beanies. I thought, let me just, hopefully it will inspire you for the crocheters out there. And then I don't have any knitting patterns. I was not prepared to do this, so I did not do patterns for knitting. But I'm going to do Love in a Mist. Love in a Mist hat by Eleanor Mortensen. This is actually a free pattern on Ravelry. So that will be what I will be doing for the June make along. Color work beanie make along for June. Yeah, so if you're wanting to join, you are more than welcome. Crocheters and knitters are welcome. I think it will be a lot of fun to either crochet or knit color work beanies. And like I said, there is definitely, if you look on Ravelry, if you Google, you will find free patterns available to you on some of these designers' websites. So something is available for you for sure. I will open up the WhatsApp group over this weekend. Let me just see if I didn't make a mistake. Sorry. Right. And yeah, then you are more than welcome to join the group from the community page. But like I said, I will do that over this weekend, make the group available. So very excited about that make along for June. Yeah, so tell me, are you going to join the colorwork beanie make along? I know Suzette will. It seems like Suzette is like in for that. Yeah, it's a pity we don't have anybody joining us on the Zoom today to show us their WIPs. I've showed you a finished object, and I have this WIP to show you. I don't have anything else currently to show you. Everything is not with me in any way currently. I haven't worked on my sweater for such a long time. I'm really missing that, to do that. So somewhere, hopefully somewhere this week, I'll be able to get some time to also work on my sweater. And yeah, maybe if I have time, I will cast on another coat for Charlie. But let's see. Let's see when I will be able to do that. I don't know. Did I now miss a stitch? It's amazing how you sometimes just get out of rhythm and then you do the wrong thing with your knitting or your patterning for a row, for instance. I don't think I'm wrong. Let me just see. Yes, I have to increase here. Okay, it's going well. There we go. Okay, I've done this one. They like baie mooi, says Maggie. She looks beautiful. Thanks, Maggie. Yeah. We are now almost halfway or more than halfway through the live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're so quiet on the live chat. Rosemary says, I need to knit on my sweater too. It's back in the basket and staring. It's a bag in the basket and staring at me. Oh, it sounds so familiar. I was knitting some socks which I had to finish, and then I had to finish Charlotte's coat. So my sweater has been on hold for such a long time, and the whole sweater is color work. So it's a lot of work, and I really want it finished. So I don't know when I'm going to be finished with that sweater. Rosemary asked, when is the day month? All right, so that is July and August. We've got 2 months for that make along. Crochet is welcome, knit is welcome. In fact, any craft welcome, because the make along's name is Loved versus Challenge, or is it Challenge versus Love? I can't remember. But you get the idea, right? Loved versus Challenge make along. And the idea is you have an option. You can do something that you love. If you love to just knit beanies or love to just knit socks, then that is your love. That is your challenge. That is your thing that you can do. If you want to just, you love to just knit brioche, then you can do that. If you have never done mosaic crochet, but you want to do mosaic crochet, and that is your challenge, then this make along is perfect for you. Or maybe you want to do color work knitting, and that is your challenge. You want to either do something that you absolutely love, or you can do a challenge, and that is the whole thing. So that will be done in July and August. I'm very excited about that one. I'm going to do color work, a vest with sticking. That is my challenge. Rosemary says that's when I will do color work something. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. So, yep. So excited. In fact, my pattern that I'm going to be doing for that make along is lying on my table just here as well. I need to start thinking about my yarn choices and colors, because there is, let me tell you how many colors there is in this vest. A lot of colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 12 colors in this vest. And I'm not going to do the colors as per the sample. I must actually go on the project page and see if there's other colors out there. I'm sure there is, but I am not going to do the colors as per the pattern. So I need to make good choices. I need to figure out, I need to figure out my things, you know, my colors. Yep. Yep. So that needs to be done. So somewhere I need to sit and strategize my planning for this pattern, which is not easy. It's not easy, because if you are not sitting with the actual yarn, right, and you need to make decisions on online shopping, it can be daunting. But I think I need to just do my planning maybe this weekend, so that I can feel a bit more prepared for that make along. I'm in love with knitting socks at the moment, says Rosemary. I also need to finish my Alexander's blanket. Oh, socks is such a great knit, because it's can be really effortless if you know exactly what to do. When you start sock knitting, it seems daunting and difficult, which is not. Always say to people, you can knit socks. If you don't think you can, you can. And then it becomes something that you absolutely love. You fall down that rabbit hole so hard, and it's easy to take it everywhere for knitting, right? And it's actually quite a quick knit, relatively quite a quick knit. So you can really have the satisfaction of a finished object within a week. That is now, I would say, it depends how fast you knit and how much time you have to knit and if you knit all day. But I would say having one sock done within a week is possible if you knit, if you work full time. Maybe 2 weeks. Let's say you don't have a lot of time to knit. 2 weeks on a sock. Yeah, there goes the power. The power is back. Anyway, so having an object done within 2 weeks is quite satisfying, right? That's the beauty of socks. And then the best part of socks, of knitting socks, is wearing the socks. Wearing hand knitted merino socks is luxurious. Really, that's all I wear in wintertime is my own hand knit socks. And I can highly recommend hand knit merino socks. Edith says, I'm not fond of colorwork beanies, but I do have a few crochet slouchy beanies that I want to make. So I will kind of be joining the make along. Oh, I think that's quite awesome. Made my first beret and love it. Oh, I saw that beret. That is so cute. Yeah, I mean, colorwork beanies, we don't have harsh rules here in the community. So that would be awesome, Edith. Rosemary says, oh, I have challenges here, there too. I want to learn to do lace work and a bit of color work. I have done a few textured socks already. I just love them. Oh, that's awesome. Lace work, I think lace work is also, honestly, I think we are, wait, hold on. I thought I slipped the wrong way. Did I not? Okay, it seems like I didn't. Hold on. I just want to see. No, I did good. Okay, cool. I thought I slipped the wrong way. Anyway, I don't know why, but when we don't know things, we are so stressed out and we think some things are really difficult to do and they're not. I think that's the same with lace work. So I can assure you, Rosemary, you're able to do it. It seems daunting at first. Once you start and you get some confidence and experience, you can definitely do it. Miranda says, I probably will not join the beanie in June. That's not a problem. Miranda, I'm crocheting a mosaic blanket cowl. I'm already behind. My day would be either lace shawl or the emotional support chicken. Oh, I love that. I love the emotional support chicken. There's our chickens. Oh, I see Petronella is having a rest. She's sleeping currently. Stevie Chicks and Hendrina is sitting upright. They're still in good shape. Tell us more about the mosaic crochet blanket you're working on, the cowl, the crochet along. I see Tina is having the Havana blanket crochet along again. And let me tell you, I think my most favorite mosaic crochet pattern of all time is the Havana from Tina. I love that pattern. Absolutely love that pattern. So I see she's hosting another crochet along with the Havana blanket. And yeah, love that blanket. Wait, I almost pulled the stitch instead of knitting it. It's interesting to hear what is your loved things to make and what is the things that you're scared to make. What is your challenges that you fear, your day? And yeah, I think we're going to conquer the days during that cowl, and we're going to love the loves, which is really awesome. Oh, yes, Ophelia. I saw, yes. The Odyssey Mosaic Blanket by Ophelia Talks. I'm so glad that she actually dived into mosaic crochet because I remember like a few years ago, she was like, no, I'm not going to dive into mosaic crochet. And now she's actually doing it. So that is quite cool. I love Ophelia talk. She's so cool. Wait, what is happening? Something to see. I know I did something wrong somewhere because I'm ending not at the right space. No, 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 I am. Oh, joy. I must just read my pattern properly. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay. Now it's easy knitting again. Easy knitting. Let me just do management of the yarns over here. There we go. Rosemary says, thank you for always encouraging me. Suzette is knitting beautiful lacework socks at the moment. Oh, Rosemary, I will always encourage you and everyone else. I don't know why we are so fearful to try new things. And we think when some people are doing some things like color work or socks that we are not able to do it. And so I will always be your person telling you that you're able to do it. You are able to do it, you and everybody else. So, yeah. Samantha from Heart and Hickle. Hello, Samantha. How are you doing? I haven't had time to watch Facebook recently, but so I think I'm a little bit backdated. But oh my goodness, the bags that you have. So beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah, so I think it's the thing of unknown. It's when something is new, you just feel like you don't know if you will be able to do something. But the whole thing is just to start and to try it out and to also be having the understanding that if you do make mistakes, it's part of learning, and then just not stop when you do experience some difficulty or challenges in your learning journey. So it's important to have that mindset before the time that it will take time, but you're able to do it. I'm 100% sure that everybody can knit a sock, and that and I'm so grateful for the community that we have, because we have people that we support each other, and tell each other, wow, this is beautiful and you can do it. Don't be scared. It makes it just so much easier when so many people trust in you and also support you and encourage you to continue, even if you are struggling at that current moment with not understanding a pattern, or you now have to frog a certain amount of rows, or maybe take out even everything and start afresh. But there is that encouragement to not give up and continuing. That for me is truly amazing about what we have in the community. All right, we have 5 minutes left of the live. Can you believe it? Time went by so quick. Unbelievable. Miranda says, it's just as you said. The pattern of the blanket looked daunting. I waited a week before starting the blanket. With the videos and the pattern on the block, I started, and now I love it. Miranda, that really makes me so happy to hear that. Mosaic crochet is so easy. I am not sure what technique Ophelia use. Does she use the overlay crochet mosaic, or what's the other one? What's the other one called? The 2-row strategy. But nevertheless, it's not difficult. Once you look at a tutorial or something like that, and you just start and grasp it, then it becomes easier. So I'm so grateful that you love it. Samantha says, my mom told me she can hear crickets on my page. I'm so busy. Okay, so maybe I've been on Facebook, but I haven't been on social media a lot. So, but it's good to hear that you're busy. I do try to show us every day, but I know a lot of people can relate with everyday life rush. Oh my goodness. Um, I had this idea of posting every day or every other day. It's just not possible. Working full time, being a wife, a wife and a husband, a wife and a mom. Um, you know, having this community, which is bringing me a lot of pleasure, and doing a lot of other things. Also, do a lot of other things as well. Having my drama school, we are going into um, having our shows next month, which is less than a month away, where we're doing 5 shows. The whole week will be chaos. But anyway, that and a lot of other things. It's just not possible to be able to do these things. And then at one point also I'm thinking about priority, priority to the yourself in terms of your health, and priority in terms of your loved ones, your children and your husband that needs you the most. And then when there's time for the rest, that is just all pluses. And having that expectation of trying to post every day and then you feel like you've let yourself and others down, I stopped with that. Yes, I want my page to grow. Yes, I want the community to grow. It, we all want that. But at one point, I don't want to do that. And then it is something that is standing in the way of myself, my health, and my loved ones. So it's difficult. It's difficult when you want to do all these things and there's just not enough time in 24 hours, So, but I really made peace with not posting every day, not being on social media every day, not being able to read all the messages that I get on my social media, on WhatsApp even. And I'm also grateful for people that understand. That I think is quite amazing. And so I believe, Samantha, that all the people that's on your page will truly understand that point that you made. It's not, I totally agree with you. Yeah. Rosemary says, Jalene also has mosaic blanket patterns that are beautiful. I love it too. Oh, thank you, Rosemary. You're so kind. Yeah, so Miranda, maybe just let me know. Maybe you would like to do one of my patterns, my mosaic crochet patterns. I'll hook you up. I'll talk to me. I'll gift you a pattern if you are wanting to explore mosaic crochet further. I'll do that with so much love. Alrighty. Yes, Samantha says they are the best, best, best Yannis. I truly, absolutely agree with you. The people that understand, our situations as working full-time people, being a mom, being a wife, looking after yourself as well, and then you have these amazing people that do support you without expecting you to be there 24/7 for them. Those are the amazing people. So I agree with you, Samantha. They are the best, best, best Yannis. Absolutely. All right, so we can start to say goodbye. That's a reminder that we must go to bed almost. Tonight I need to go to bed early. I'm really tired. I think I'm gonna hit the pillow hard. My pillow will not even. Luckily I do not struggle to fall asleep. I'm really grateful for that. And so I think once my head is just touching the pillow, I'm gonna be gone. Yeah. Rosemary says your bags are so beautiful, Samantha. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Love her bags. Miranda says, oh, I did not know you have those patterns as well. I will look for your patterns. But Miranda, talk to me. Tell me which one you love. And then I'll gift you the pattern. I'll gift you the pattern. If any one of you are watching and you would like to do one of my mosaic crochet patterns, send me a message. I will give the pattern to you. For the people that's watching now, currently live. Edith says, bye, lekker slaap, voel beter. Feel better, she says. Thanks, Edith. Lekker slaapies. Miranda says, thank you for your support. I love the Wednesday talks. All right. It was so much fun speaking to you all, showing you some crochet information about the beanie, color work beanies, show you my shift. We are moving with the shift. And spending time with me. I really do appreciate it. You must all have a super, super, super week. And remember, we have a live on Saturday morning as well. Even though you are not participating in the shift make-along, or knit-along rather, you can still join us on the live and chat with us. You know, it's another get-together. We talk so much nonsense. We always go off. And we don't even talk about the shift anymore. And sometimes we talk nonsense, and sometimes we talk deep stuff. Yeah, but it's really enjoyable. So Saturday, I think 11 o'clock in the morning, South African time. Am I correct? Yes. We're having the shift YouTube live, so it would be lovely if you can join us then. If not, hopefully I'll see you next week, Wednesday. That is always the plan. It's always the plan to see you unless something comes up. So then I will see you next week, Wednesday. So enjoy your crafting. Look after yourself. Stay healthy. And I'm sending you a lot of love here from Central South Africa. Mwah. Bye, everyone.